We're good. I've just sprayed it with a rust converter. I'll have to see. Pray there's no holes there. Welcome back to the Lights Up, Lights Down YouTube channel and to part 5 of making my Mark 1 turbo better. So as you would have seen in the last video, got the rear subframe done and I think it was the passenger rear quarter. I can't remember now. Anyway, moving on, we've got things to do. So I need to clean up the bottom of these front seals. Now the wings that are on this car, they're fiberglass. I've got to remove these, get them out the way. We've got new doors going on, so I need to get these doors stripped down and the windscreen's got to come out. I'd like to thank again MX5 Parts for help sponsoring this channel and this build. If it wasn't for them, as I said, I probably wouldn't be going ahead with this. They have now sent me new doors for this, and I've got some new A-pillar uprights as well because there's some rust on there. So let's get all this stripped off and see what we find along the way. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Right, I've just jumped straight forward to the doors off and the wings off. They're on the floor. The reason for changing the doors is because literally of all that. The doors are toast, so they're off. The reason for getting to it, now I don't know if I'm going to kick myself because I didn't think it was that bad behind here. I was convinced it was minor surface rust, which it could be because the seal here is all good, but I'm just hoping we don't go through there because it'll be very annoying replacing the full seals and then stopping there because it is all solid. The lip underneath, there's no distortion on it, so I'll have to see. Pray there's no holes there. Let's grind this back with the, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a knot wheel, and then that should just take the loose stuff off and not be a hole. We're good. Not sure about the other side though. Right, so it is pitted. It's on the extreme side of pitted, but I've just hit it with a hammer. There's no weak spots, and all that corrosion is all externally from previous. I'd say maybe me not probably of cleaning that up as good as I should have done many years ago, hoping it was probably going to be all right, which it was cleaned up, but not as well as what I have done there. But anyway, I can't remember exactly why, or maybe I may never have ever cleaned it up. It might have just been undersealed and not cleaned up underneath. But anyway, it's all good. That's all good to go. I'll be treating that. I'll put a rust converter on it and get it all zinc primed. Now, the other side. I'm not so hopeful about this side, but we've actually got scab in there, and I think there could be a hole on this one, but we'll have to see. I'm gonna have to jiggle the car around, and then we'll film and we'll get the knot wheel on it and see what happens. All right. We're all good. Just. So, I mean, if I'd got a hole, I'd have to do it, but I've hit it hard and it's not even denting it. It is pitted, but it's still okay. We'll get this all treated up. I'll have to, when we got this off the ramp, to go back through and just clean up a few other areas. This side of the seal wasn't all fully replaced, but this seal has been replaced previously, which is why there's filler there. And obviously when we did this seal, this came down all the way here. So we'll get that treated up and get that protected. We've got a delivery. Thanks again to MX5 Parts for help sponsoring these videos. As I've said before, I don't think I probably would have proceeded with the rebuild on this car if it hadn't been for their help. So go to www.mx5parts.co.uk for all your MX5 parts requirements. Right, so we need to get these on here. So I've now cleaned up like the hinge areas. I've just got the backs of some new hinges, putting them on. I'm changing them. They're just some good second-hand ones. My old ones were just a little bit worn. They weren't too bad, but they're just that classic Mark 1 when you open the door and it just slightly drops. I wanted to get rid of that. So we've got to get those hinges on here and get these sort of lined up. I'm going to get them in the ballpark of where they need to be, because I need to sort of have this on the floor to finish it. So I think tonight I'm just going to get these bolted on, semi lined up, and then I will do another final line up probably just before it goes to paint, because I don't know if I'm going to have to take the doors off again or not, but we'll see how it goes. I hate fitting doors. Right, that's on there. That's all. It's all lining up-ish. I mean, the rubbers on the door and the car's sitting up in the air. It's got to sit on the floor to be right, but I think that's going to be in the ballpark of what it wants to do. Now I need to get this front wing on to see what my gap's like here. So the issue I've got, I can't really line anything up now. So these are fiberglass wings, they're not OEM wings. I've got a slightly larger gap here. And the shut here is probably what it should be. But until the car's on the floor, I'm not going to bother faffing around with this anymore and trying to get it right, because it's just the car needs to be on the floor and it needs to be in a different scenario. So I will probably come back to this just before literally it goes to paint, and then just get it sorted while it's on the floor. Let's get the other door on. Driver's door's on. Wings like on, but you know, I've got finishing to do on this. Just got the boot lid to do now, so I'll get this off. The reason for this is being changed is for years and years, don't know if you can see it, there's a rust bubble there. Really odd place for it to go. Get this boot lid changed. I'm going to miss my stickers though. Collecting them for years. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to do spoiler wise. I don't think that's going to go back on there. Put my little wang back on. I quite like my little wang. That's close. There's been a change of plan. You heard me talking in the previous videos about how I might be wide arching the car. I'm not doing it now. I was going to wide arch it because the front end had aftermarket wings on it, which are not on the car right now. I'm going to leave the rear end arches as they are. The look that I've now decided that I'm going to go for with this car is just a very much more of a standard retro 90s Jap modified look, which is like a minimalistic modified. I'm going to go back to standard front wings. I'm going to put the arch liners back in because I've got external wiring that goes out here, and that'll help protect that a bit more. We're also now I need to tidy up this windscreen surround, so the glass is out. It's not looking too bad. I need to get the knot wheel out and clean this up. So what I'm going to do now is clean this windscreen surround up, and then we'll get the front wings on and we'll see how it looks. All right, let's get this cleaned up, see what I'm dealing with here, and then move on to the wings. Right, windscreen aperture all cleaned up now. Not too bad. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. It's all solid down here. I've just sprayed it with a rust converter. So that's what you can see changing colour there. No real big issues there. A little bit of surface rust. Had some issues here, some small issues here. You can see the dark bit, the purpley bit where it's going there. That was some surface corrosion. A little bit around here. I'm gonna get some copper weld through sprayed on here. Windscreen surround is all cleaned up. That's all done. But if we take a look, I'm already preferring the lines of that already. It's not all lined up yet. They're just on there rough because they've all got to come off again. I'm pretty pleased with that. So once again, thanks to MX5 Parts for help sponsoring this build. They've helped me out again with supplying these front wings. As I said, I wasn't going to change these, but now I'm not doing anything at the back. I think I'm going to go with a much more sleeker. These canards, they're going to be coming off. I'm pretty happy how it's come out. I'm happy that I've chosen to go down this route, and I think my MX5 needs to be just a little bit more subtler. So pretty pleased with how this is. We're not far away from paint. I think the next time we'll see this will be in the paint shop. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching this series of making my Mark 1 Turbo better. The next time you see this will be in the paint shop. Bye-bye.